Fine dust is often seen as a uniform gray blur across the sky, but it's far more intricate than it looks. Each particle carries a story, a chemical fingerprint shaped by where it forms. A recent study from the Ulsan National Institute of Science and Technology, UNIST, revealed that fine dust differs significantly by region, implying that its health and environmental effects may be just as diverse. The research earned a place in a prominent international scientific journal. Types of fine dust and their effects. Ultrafine dust PM 2.5 is only about 1/30th the thickness of a human hair. Because it is so tiny, it can pass through our nose and windpipe and go deep into our blood vessels and lung tissues. The worrying part is that ultrafine dust is a mix of many chemicals, such as metal oxides, carbon particles, and sulfates. In metropolitan areas, ultrafine dust has more nitrogen oxides from car exhaust. In areas with many factories, it contains more sulfates and metal particles. In farming regions, there's a lot of organic carbon from fertilizers. This means that even though it is all classified as ultrafine dust, it can have different levels of toxicity depending on the local environment and industry of each region. Fine dust is also a real problem for businesses. When ultrafine dust warnings are issued, companies in construction, aviation, and logistics must delay or adjust schedules. Also, manufacturers may need to pause operations or face lower productivity. According to a study by the Korea Environment Institute, every time the concentration of ultrafine dust increases by 10 microgram, the productivity of the manufacturing sector drops by an average of 1.2%. National actions to reduce fine dust. The South Korean government has rolled out a series of initiatives to tackle fine dust, including curbing coal power, limiting vehicle use, and planting more greenery in cities. Korea's air is polluted not only by domestic emissions, but also by dust blown in from China. It's a reminder that this is more than an environmental concern. It's a cross-border and public health issue too. The government has introduced different policies, such as reducing coal-based power generation, limiting the use of cars, and increasing green spaces in cities. During the emergency fine dust periods in metropolitan areas, public institutions must follow a rule called the 2-day rotation for official vehicles, and some factory operations are restricted. Additionally, Seoul is planning to completely ban old diesel cars from downtown by 2025. However, these actions can raise electricity prices or weaken industrial competitiveness. That means fine dust is a national challenge that involves not only the environmental problem, but also the economy, industry, and even international relations. Why we need a combined approach. Across South Korea, people rely on air purifiers and trucks that mist the streets in a bid to tame fine dust. But these gestures, however well-meaning, are palliative rather than curative. To make lasting change, we have to grasp the chemical fingerprints of dust in each region, to know not just what we're breathing, but how it shapes the weather, the economy, and the rhythm of daily life. For example, if we reduce sulfate-based fine dust too quickly, it can actually cause temperatures to rise in the short term. So fine dust solutions should not be about cutting everything at once. Science, government, companies, and citizens must all work together to decide what to reduce first and how to reduce it.